The rain turned little rivers green, but not because it's St. Patty's Day. The water's full of pollen and it's making lots of people miserable. We asked you all on Facebook whether you were suffering from spring allergies, and we got a resounding yes. Pamela Fulmer says she even had to have sinus surgery last year and becomes a hermit in her home around this time of year. Tiffany Verga says she's had a migraine for 2 weeks and her children are suffering as well. And it turns out there's a reason for that. The Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America ranked Columbia as number 14 overall when it comes to the most challenging places to live with spring allergies. And it largely has to do with our famously hot weather.
We seem to have really extended growing seasons for all of our seasons of pollen. So our spring season is extended, our summer season is extended, and our fall season is extended. So I jokingly tell patients we pretty much have a small Christmas break from our allergies, and other than that, we almost always have something growing or pollinating in the major seasons.
And when those growing plants release the pollen into the wind, that's what gets into our eyes and nose and throat, causing all those unpleasant symptoms like itchy eyes and sneezing.
We have cells that release a chemical called histamine, and as we release that chemical in response to the exposure to those allergens, that chemical is what creates a lot of those symptoms.
To try and help your body out, Dr. Coleman suggests watching the pollen count if you can. You can go to different websites like pollen.com, which tells you the pollen levels for each day of the week. It's also suggested you limit your outdoor activity to times when the pollen count is lower. Dr. Coleman says the pollen count tends to be highest in the early morning and late afternoon. And when you get home, your shower can actually be your best friend.
And I usually tell people if they're going to be outdoors for long periods of time, when they come in, go ahead and get their showering routine or bathing routine completed as soon as they get home, so they're not tracking the pollen on their clothing, all throughout the house and bedroom throughout the time.
All helpful ideas to help you fight the pollen this spring and sail smoothly into summer. In Columbia, Stephanie Helling, WACH Fox News.